Imagine becoming one of the richest men on earth because of a habit that looked completely useless. Not investing, not coding, not going to Harvard, not even starting a business. Instead, every single morning, you ride an old bicycle across the city just to talk to strangers for free. No money, no teacher, no guarantee it would ever matter. Most people would call that a waste of time. But decades later, that tiny habit would shape the future of one of the biggest business empires in history. His name was Jack Ma. And hidden inside his story is a lesson so powerful. It might completely change the way you think about success. Because sometimes the smallest habit creates the biggest future. Chapter 1. The Boy Nobody Believed in. Long before Alibaba, before $1 billion deal, before global conferences and magazine cover, Jack Ma was just another ordinary boy growing up in Hangzhou, China. He wasn't born into wealth. He wasn't considered gifted. In fact, he failed exam repeatedly. Teachers didn't see greatness. Employees didn't see potential. Even his own future looked uncertain. If you had met him back then, you probably wouldn't have guessed that he would one day become one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world. But history has a strange way of hiding extraordinary people inside ordinary lives. And sometimes, the thing that changed everything begins as nothing more than curiosity. Chapter 2. The Habit That Made No Sense. Every morning, before school, young Jack would ride his bicycle for nearly an hour to a hotel where foreign tourists stayed. He wasn't selling anything. He wasn't asking for money. He wasn't looking for charity. He simply offered to guide tourists around the city for free. His only request was a simple, "Talk to me." That's it. Conversation was his payment. He wanted to hear English. He wanted to practice speaking. He wanted to learn from real people instead of books. His grammar was terrible. His pronunciation was awkward. He made mistakes almost every sentence. But he kept coming back. Day after day, week after week, year after year. Most people quit after embarrassment. He turned embarrassment into education. Chapter 3. Why this worked better than school. Think about how children learn to speak. Nobody hands a baby a grammar textbook. Nobody teaches sentence structure before conversation. Children listen. They imitate. They fail. They repeat. Eventually, language becomes natural. Learning happens through use, not memorization. Yet somewhere along the way, adults convince themselves that they need to know everything before saying anything. So they collect vocabulary, study grammar, watch endless tutorials, and still hesitate to speak because information creates knowledge, but action creates ability. Jack Ma understood this without realizing it. Every conversation rewarded his brain. Every mistake became feedback. Every awkward moment became experience. And experience is something no classroom can replace. Chapter 4. The Power of Being Bad. Most people avoid looking foolish. They protect their ego. They stay silent. They wait until they're ready. But readiness is a moving target. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. So waiting becomes permanent. Jack Ma chose a different path. He accepted being bad. He accepted sounding strange. He accepted correction. Ironically, the willingness to be imperfect became his greatest advance, because while everyone else was protecting their pride, he was building a skill. The truth is, every expert was once embracing. Every confident speaker once stumbled. Every successful person once lacked inexperience. The only difference is that they didn't stop. Chapter 5. A small habit that opened big doors. Years passed. Jack Ma became fluent enough to communicate with people from around the world. His understanding of different cultures expanded. His confidence grew. His perspective changed. English didn't just teach him another language. It connected him to opportunities that most people around him could even see. It allowed him to think globally, to dream bigger, to imagine possibilities beyond his hometown. Sometimes, a habit doesn't change your life directly. It changes the way you see the world. And once your perspective changes, your decision changes, your action changes, eventually your entire future changes. Chapter 6. The Psychology Behind Success. People often believe success comes from one giant moment, a lucky break, a brilliant idea, a perfect opportunity. Reality is usually much quieter. Success is often hidden inside boring repetition, tiny action, repeated consistently. James Clear calls them atomic habit. Compounding works not only in finance, but in human behavior. When conversations seem meaningless, 1,000 conversations create confidence. One page seems insignificant. 1,000 pages create wisdom. One workout changes nothing. Years of training transform a body. The biggest outcomes usually come from the smallest routines. That's why habits are more powerful than motivation. Motivation fades, habits remain. Chapter 7. The Lie We Tell Ourselves. I'll start when I'm ready. It's one of the most dangerous sentences in the world because ready rarely arrives. People wait to start a business, wait to write a book, wait to travel, wait to invest, wait to speak, wait to live. And while they're waiting, someone less talented, less prepared, but more courageous stay anywhere. Years later, the difference looks like talent. But it wasn't talent, it was time. Time spent taking imperfect action. Jack Ma didn't wait until he became fluent. He became fluent because he refused to wait. The habit that could change your life. Imagine two versions of yourself. One spent years preparing, reading, planning, thinking, waiting. The other starts today with imperfect words, imperfect skills, imperfect confidence. Fast forward 10 years. Who become extraordinary? The person who knew more or the person who did more? Jack Ma's secret wasn't intelligence. It wasn't luck. It wasn't money. It was a simple daily habit repeated long enough to become extraordinary. History rarely changes in a single day. It changed through thousands of ordinary days that nobody noticed. So, maybe the question is, what opportunity will change my life? Maybe the better question is, what habit am I willing to repeat every single day until my life changes because of it? Because greatness doesn't arrive all at once. It grows quickly. One conversation, one decision, one habit at a time, and perhaps the habit you choose tomorrow morning will become the story people tell about you years from now.